David here. I wanted to do a live stream today. It's my very first one, guys. So I apologize if I'm not, in the groove or anything. And I want to do a lot more of these live streams. I do a lot of live streams on Facebook, not for content creator stuff, but I do a lot of live streams on Facebook. I'm on my local town, my hometown's council, and so I do a lot of live streams for stuff like that. But very first live stream as a content creator. So this is kind of exciting for me. I wanted to see if I could touch base with some of you guys and get to know you. And then introduce a little bit more the media shoutouts concept. I created the shoutouts videos, that whole series before the YouTube partnership program uh, did did what it did. So, but the whole purpose behind it was to connect with family friendly channels and to promote them. There's an app that I have been on for the last year called Snacked, and it's a video app, and I think it has a lot of really awesome potential. It came about just before, a few months before Vine shut down, and as a result, the this Vine void was created. That Snacked, I think, it has the potential of filling. And I know that there's Dom Hoffman said that they were going to release V2, but I think that Snacked has a lot of really awesome potential. So I recommend go check that out. Whenever I am done living this. One of the benefits of not doing live streams, guys, is uh, having a script. But anyway, the after I'm done with this, I'll put a tag up above and introduce you guys over to the Snacked app if you're interested. It's a small video platform similar to Vine with a couple of other really awesome improvements. So, but I'm working on at this point sharing this on Twitter, so I will be right with y'all. I just said y'all. My central Pennsylvanian's starting to come out. But hey, if you're watching this, feel free to comment. I want to get to know you guys. That's the whole point of this, is to just to get to know people on the platform because I'm fairly new. I'm fairly new to YouTube, so I'd love to get to know you guys and what you guys are doing in your channels. And you can feel free to post your channels in the comments. I want to explore all of you because like I said, I do shout out videos once a week where on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. I promote small YouTube channels, and I want to get to know you guys, and I want to see your stuff. So if you're watching this, go put your channel in the comments. Let me know you exist. It's hard, actually. I had to find a couple of third-party websites for me to discover those that I've shouted out already. In fact, the first shout out I did, her name is Little Richie. I'll put her channel in the comments for you guys to take a look at. She is phenomenal. And when I found her, she has more now, but when I found her, she only had 200 subscribers. I was 201. I was very happy about that. And but the only way I found her was from this third-party website that lists all of the YouTube channels currently active. And I had to sort through it, and I found it. It took me a few hours to find the people that I wanted to give shout outs to, guys. And then after I did Mark Marshall next, who I'll put a link down below too. Really awesome guy, really awesome vlogger. Um, then I shouted out BitBot, which is a gaming channel that I already knew about. And then at that point, I got clued in that there was a larger small YouTuber community on Twitter. And so I've been really active with those guys. And I feel bad because I'm on there on small YouTuber shout out Twitter channels, Twitter accounts, telling people, hey guys, look at this. I have a shout out channel. So I feel like, sometimes it's like I'm trying to compete with them, which there's no such thing, guys, as competition among us content creators, right? There's no such thing as airtime. Airtime is dead. You're able to post a video and save it for later. So there's no time slot that we're aiming for. We all have different audiences. And even if we have the same, my goodness, just watch mine after yours. There's no such thing as competition among content creators. And I honestly don't look at people's subs. For media shout outs, I do, because for small channels, I only really promote people under 2,500. Um, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But when it comes to the value, I don't look at sub count. The value comes in with the content, really, and the personality. It's all about connectivity among creators. It's all about putting your best work forward and committing to the process. And the people that I've shouted out have done that. It's all about the process and stuff. But anyway, and I love collaborating with people. So, but remember to put your channels in the comments below if you haven't already. I'm tweeting out that I'm doing live streams now, so I apologize. I'm now live on YouTube. So tell me, guys that are watching, I see there's 3 of you guys. Thanks for coming. I don't know who you are though, but tell me, what are you doing this Saturday? What's happening? What are your plans? You filming? You creating? You just watching stuff? All good. All good. I wanted to play video games this morning, but I had a website to build. That's what I do whenever I'm trying to make money. Oh, and by the way, whenever I do shout outs, I'm not getting paid for this stuff. This is just stuff that I really love to do, but I'll introduce that here in a second. I get distracted easily. Yeah. Hey, Me Gamer, dude. Me Gamer is an account that I follow as a gamer, obviously, on Twitter. If you're watching this and you see his comment below, go check him out on Twitter. He's really awesome. Check his YouTube channel out too. I've subscribed to it. Come and join the conversation. And I want to do my hashtags, small YouTuber. I've been actually, guys, if you have a hard time promoting your channels, I've been using hashtags small YouTuber, small YouTubers, small YouTuber army. That's a good one. And small YouTuber community. Those have been what I've been trying to rank myself on Twitter. And I've gotten a lot of really awesome connections as a result of doing that. And I'm going to put the link there and pushed it out just now. So I'm going to try to pull up this thing too so I can see comments better. Spooky Lou! Thanks for coming, man. But anyway, I want to just share with you, behind the scenes, by the way. This is where I film most of my videos. Let me get out of the way. It's where I film most of my videos. And it's a really small setup. We have a house here in Tyrone, Pennsylvania, central Pennsylvania. My wife and I. And it's a nice house. But we're thinking about looking for something a little bit larger. Right now, we don't have a finished basement. I don't really have the facility. So there's a wall directly behind this camera that I'm not going to show you because it's really, really awful looking. But I was thinking about painting it green and then doing everything in front of a green screen, maybe tomorrow I'll work on that. Depends if I get my work done today. But I wanted to hang out with you guys first because I really, really like YouTube. I really like hanging out with you guys. But anyway, I want to share with you a little bit about the whole concept of media shoutouts and what I've been thinking. You can tell that I'm being serious because I don't have my hat on. Usually have my hat on when I film stuff. BTS, the BTS. What is BTS? Spooky. I don't get the BTS comment. But so media shoutouts. So what it is it was birthed out of a series I did on the Snacked app, which is a video app. If you didn't hear in the beginning, all behind the scenes, got it. That's how new I am. That is how new I am. I did not know what BTS was. I started a series called Joke of the Month, and this was last year. I started it the week before Christmas last year. 2000, well, not last year, now it's because it's 2018. I started it in 2016, December of 2016. And what I did was I did a weekly remix of people's comedy videos on the Snacked app. which is basically like Vines, a little bit longer because they have small 7-second loops, but they also you have the ability of posting up to 10 minutes, I believe, 10 to 12 minutes, and so and it loops, it just constantly loops. It's similar to Vine in that aspect. And so what I decided to do was I really wanted to connect with folks, and I started creating videos on Vine. Believe it or not, in 2015, I came into the game a little bit late. Um, I think I had like 200 or so followers, maybe a little more. But I realized what I really loved to do on um, on Vine was to go through the recent upload feed and not necessarily go through the featured feed. I did, but I went through the recent upload feed and I found a bunch of these channels, a bunch of these creators that were doing really good work. And so I would follow these guys and comment, guys, you're doing an amazing job. And I would revine it, and I realized that doing these shout out type videos or doing these promotions for people that are grinding it out is something that I really enjoy doing. I'm a people person. I love connecting with people. And it's something I enjoy to do. I enjoy doing so. But oh, go to the hospital. You okay, buddy? You don't have to tell me that. I'm sorry, that's personal. But hope you're okay, man. Let me know. Tweet me. Let me know how you're doing. Send me a message. The And so I did that, and the last video I made on Vine, one of the last, was a shout out to one of my favorite established guys, which was Josh Darnett. His son, he called Evan Credible, and if you remember them, and it was hilarious. It was really funny. I did a shout out video with them. I took a clip of their work and spliced it in through a green screen, and I thought it was funny. And I didn't think anything of it. I just wanted to do it because I thought it was great. Well, it got over 120,000 loops, probably because of the popularity that Josh had. But I realized how much fun I had with it. So when Snacked came around, I started Joke of the Month, which was all the people on the app. I would splice all their work in, which the app makes it possible for you to do that. At least it did. There are some changes coming that might be really awesome. But back then, you were able to swipe right um, and actually mix their stuff with yours, and they keep their credit and they keep their views, and it was everyone got credit, which I like the concept. And so I would do a weekly top 10 of my favorite comedy skits, and then I would select 10 out of an entire month, and I called it Joke of the Month. The winners got a $50 prize. My media business, I sponsored it myself. And it did really well, and I had a lot of fun during this past year, doing that. I have since retired it, and then at the end of the year, I realized, holy cow, I can do this concept on YouTube. Why don't I do that? These guys are grinding it out. I'm watching these guys. Why not do a shout out series? So that's how media shout outs came about, was that I was doing it for a year, realized I enjoyed it, realized it was my niche, even though I still do comedy skits. At some point, I might taper off of that and start doing just shout out videos. But and so I hope to really grow the channel. I really do hope to grow the channel for the sake of the people that I'm shouting out. So, but yeah, guys, that was basically it. Now here's something. Here's a question that I've been debating, and you guys let me know. Let me know what you guys think about this, because I'm always going to be shouting out small YouTubers. Those are my people. Those are my people. But what I really, really am thinking about is, what if I were to expand the scope of the channel and introduce more established creators with small channels, so established larger channels with smaller channels, and celebrating them both on equal plane, because we are, guys, on equal plane. There's nobody who is better than the other person. If their videos are better than yours, quality-wise, etc., it's probably because they've spent more time on their craft and they've slowly worked and gotten better at it. That's really all the difference is between you and them. You know, they've had more time, or they had more experience. It's nothing to be ashamed of. My goodness, we all start somewhere. And so I was thinking, what if we were to expand the scope? You know, not just pigeonhole myself, which recently a friend of mine recently told me that that's what I'm running the risk of doing, which is why I started thinking about this. What if we were to promote both? It's all family friendly, all good, solid channels, channels that you can watch, you can put your kids in front of, and everything's fine. It's entertaining, it's good, you know. Small channels as one playlist, and then you have another playlist for larger channels, and we do both. And in hope, the hope is that maybe there's a collaboration between the two, and we all raise up together. You know, we're all one content creator community. You know, where if you watch my videos and you think that my editing style is awesome, it's because I spent the last year honing my craft. If you watch my stuff and you're like, this guy's awful, it's because I've only been doing it a year. So, you know, we all get better over time. That's just the reality of it. So, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think about that. I see that. Spooky, you think it's a great idea? Cool. Cool, guys. Hey, Spooky, put your channel, YouTube channel link in the comments. All right. Don't leave without doing that. Anyone else who's watching, do it, please, because it helps me. It helps me have a catalog of people that I want to look at and go through the videos, watch them, like them, and who knows, maybe I'll add it to my shout out list. You know. And guys, don't be discouraged. If I'm only doing it once a week, and I don't want to do videos where I'm shouting out a bunch of people. There are some people that do that, and they do a good job of it. A channel that does this on a regular basis is TB. I think it's TB Vlogs. If you don't follow that already, I do. I watch everything they put out. I think it's great. But they shout out people. I think it was once a week, is what he said. I just found him, so I've only been watching since then. They pump out videos on a regular basis, and I'm talking sometimes 3 times a week. It's fun watching their stuff. But they gave me a shout out because of engagement stuff that I had with them, and that was really nice to them. I thought it was nice. It's nice for someone who gives shout outs to get one, you know. But but they do that, and they do it well. But I don't think I have the personality that someone like that has, where I can shout out multiple people at once, and that's why I do it once a week. So what I was thinking, guys, is the potential, if I can do it, small YouTubers, small channels on Saturday morning, which, by the way, there's a new one out if you haven't seen it. There's I gave the Rem family a shout out this morning. I posted it at 9 o'clock. And I think that they're really awesome too, so go check that out. I'll probably put a link in there at some point. But on Saturdays, having small channels, and maybe on Wednesday evenings, I post the established larger channels in a separate playlist, and hopefully we can all just get collaborations going, get ideas flowing, check out each other's channels, and really spend time growing this YouTube community. And I think that's good. Where before it's been all about the numbers, sub for sub, right? And then people unsubscribe because they reach their goal and they don't want to have this large subscriber count because there's this feeling, and I don't agree with it at all. There's this feeling that your value is based upon the ratio of subscribed accounts to subscribers. And that is a complete fabrication, guys. That doesn't exist. Your value is not based on numbers at all. Your value rests solely, in my opinion, on the fact that you're a human being. You know, you're a creative. You have an element of the creator in you. You know, I'm a believer, and I'm a spiritual guy. And so you are, in my opinion, you are encapsulating the creativity that went into creating you. If you're human, you deserve my respect, in my opinion. So your value comes not from the numbers, not from the likes, not from, how many views you get or how many subscribers or the subscribing to the subscriber ratio. That doesn't even come into the equation when it comes to estimating your value. We all are equally valued. We all have equal value on this planet, and that's my opinion. So why not work together? Let's lift each other up in that way. So, but there you go. There's my Saturday morning sermon. um, so what do you guys think? Anything else? Anything else you want to talk about before I head out? I guess I could probably show you a little bit more of what I do. What question for you guys? What editing software do you use? How do you edit your videos? What's your process? Tell me. What is your process? What do you use? What is it exactly that you go through to make your videos what they are? Because I've seen a lot of the small YouTuber channel videos, and holy cow, it's becoming hard to create my media shoutouts list. I love having 5 videos scheduled to post because I'm a busy guy. I work during the week. I don't get paid for this, but I love doing it. I've been hustling in the content creator world for over 2 years now, and only really started because the first year I was on Vine, and I really wasn't spending a whole lot of time editing, which my following count probably proved that. But it wasn't until around this time last year that I started really focusing on the craft, and so I've been hustling now for about 1 to 2 years, as far as that's concerned. But I'm still learning, guys, and I want to learn from you. I want to see if there's any tips that you have for me. If you see my videos, tell me, are they awesome? Do they suck? Why do they suck? Don't tell me I suck without telling me how I can get better, please. Anyway, comments. Sorry, I'm totally distracted by the Twitter notifications. Spooky Final Cut Pro X. I thought about buying that. I use Adobe Premiere for a lot of what I do. I got the Creative Cloud, and I bought it for the year. Final Cut Pro X. That's like $300-400, right? But that's a one-time fee. You don't spend anything monthly, which Adobe you do. Tell me if I'm right or wrong about that. And tell me what you like most about Final Cut Pro. Is it just what you have available to you, or did you choose it specifically for a reason? Let me know. Spooky also said, that's awesome. I value people too. And it's great. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. So yeah, Final Cut Pro. I use Adobe Premiere. I use Photoshop a lot. Oh my goodness. There's a lot you can do once you learn how to animate your videos, and every single effect that I have going on right now is by green screen and using Photoshop and then splicing it in with the video. To be honest, it's probably a much easier process if I just learned how to animate. And I have the software to do it. I have the stinking software to do it, and I haven't even opened it. I have to blow dust off it. That's how bad it is. I probably should learn that. That's probably a skill I should learn. But in any case, so yeah, I mean, the video is now like 23 minutes into it. So I just want to share with you guys a little bit, if you're just tuning in on it, that the real heart, the real crux behind the whole media shoutouts thing is because I really feel that it's worthwhile doing to promote other people more than myself. If you look through my channel, I have comedy skits, I have vlogs, I do other things than media shoutouts, and I am completely fine, totally okay with media shoutouts doing better than my original content, and it's because I'm helping other people in that way, and that just makes me lay my head down at night and sleep well. So I feel like it's a worthwhile pursuit. It's a life worth living to support other people. That's all I think. And that's just me. And I'm not trying to be on a high horse here. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I hope I come off as genuine in what I do. But because I am, I really do feel like these people that I'm shouting out are worth it. In any case, the Adobe is amazing, but a lot harder when you're making daily videos. Yeah, it is. Final Cut is more organized. Is it really? Final Cut's more organized. That's interesting. Like, are you able to? Oh, good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I get a lot of laughs out of what I do as far as comedy skits are concerned. So I appreciate that. I really do. And if you guys have any suggestions on comedy skits and how to improve my stuff, you're always welcome to tell me if you have any pointers or if you have any ideas on how I can do better with what I do. Honestly, that won't offend me at all. It won't offend me at all, because honestly, like, I rewatch my stuff about 2 or 3 times, not on YouTube. I have it on my phone or on the computer, and I always point out like 2 or 3 things I could have done better every single time. Every single time. There was even one video I made for my family. It's not on my channel here. Maybe one day I'll post it, but it was meant to be a family thing. And I spent a month on it. I didn't work on it every day in that month, but I spent a month on it. I finished it. I put it aside. I stepped away for 3 or 4 days. I went back, rewatched it, put in a couple more things, left it for a couple. And that was my process. I wanted it to be perfect. I just rewatched it for the first time since Christmas. Last night. It was last night. And I found a couple more things I could have done differently. It sucks. But, it is what it is. So share with me if you have any ideas, honestly. But Spooky, you talked about Final Cut and it's organized. How is it more organized? Sell me on it, brother, because I'm seriously, I got money set aside. I'm buying ring lights, and then, you want to see my lighting? You guys want to see my lighting? My windows. How awful is that? I have a couple of lights, but it's, so I'm kind of stuck within the 11 a.m., 3 p.m. filming window, because that's basically where I get my lighting from. I don't have anything rigged up. So I'm hoping to, maybe I'll show you the wall. So I'm hoping to take, because that's my background. That's usually where I film. But this is what is behind the camera. Just an empty wall. Really god-awful empty wall. And what I was thinking was I could just paint that sucker green, and I can do a cool Doctor Who background, because, by the way, Doctor Who's awesome. Doctor Who's amazing. But I would use like a Doctor Who type sci-fi-ish thing in the background, similar to this. And I'll just green screen it every time. And then that way I have this whole space where I can rig up lighting and actually produce some quality stuff. So that's my hope. That's my hope anyway. So guys, anything else? Anything else? If you're here and you're not talking to me, let me know you're here. Shoot a comment in the comment section. Organized, I meant like it's a lot easier to edit. Everything is easier to like. Really? Okay. You've obviously used Adobe and Final Cut Pro. Is there something you would prefer to do on Adobe over Final Cut, or can you say that you're just comfortable doing everything on Final Cut? And let me know how easy it is to, because I have only ever used Adobe, so let me know how easy it is to take the skill set that I have on Adobe and transfer it over to Final Cut. Is it similar in that way, or is there some time that I might have to use both until I get familiar with it? while we're kind of waiting on that, I'm going to go ahead and uh, put a couple of links in the comments for you guys. I want you to check this stuff out. Let me go ahead and turn off that. So I'm going to post the link to today's media shoutouts if you haven't seen it. And so that link right there, it goes to the media shoutouts that I tossed out this morning. And there was something else that I was going to do. Oh, Little Richie. How can I forget about Little Richie? Shame on me. I'm going to go ahead and toss. Oh, I misspelled it. That's why I couldn't see it. I'm going to go ahead and toss Little Richie's channel in there. If you haven't seen her stuff yet, when I subbed, I did sub her, but whenever I gave her a shout out, which is about 4 weeks ago now, she was at 200. Now she's at 222. Go you. She honestly, I think, is one of the ones that's just going to be amazing. I mean, she is amazing, but as far as subscriber count is concerned. So go check out Little Richie if you haven't already. I think it's really awesome. And Mark Marshall. I was going to put Mark Marshall in. So I'm going to go ahead. Basically, I'm putting in everybody that I did shout outs for, if you haven't seen them. And again, if you're watching this, please comment with your channel links and let me see it and let us see it. Because then we can all see each other, and if we like our stuff, we can comment. Because let me just spell this thing too, because I've been accused of a couple of things, kind of low-key accusations, as far as motivations behind why I do what I do and why I do the media shoutouts thing. I've been sent some messages and I've been asked a couple of things. The big one, the really big one, has been, why are you doing something to take advantage of small YouTubers? Basically looking for a sub for sub kind of thing. You're just trying to grow your channel and you're not really interested in them. And I've been told that. And it's not true, guys. It really, really isn't true at all. Like I said, before the whole YouTuber thing happened with the partnership program, I had already started this. I announced that I was going to do the media shoutouts thing probably 3 or 4 months on Twitter prior to the partnership program press release. So that's not true at all. It's just not true at all. I wanted to do this because it was something that it helped people like me, which basically is just people that are grinding it out, right? So the whole stigma of shout out channels, right? Well, in order for me to give you a shout out, you have to subscribe to my stuff. You got to like my stuff. You got to do all these things. And that's fine. That's fine. People can do what they want to do on their channels, my opinion. I don't put any requirements other than good content, and probably regular posting schedules, because I think those two are important, very important. If you have good content, which in my mind says you're genuine, you have a creative bone in your body, you know what I mean? You're interacting with people, like you and I are talking, and I feel like I'm a part of your life. I'm a part of what you're doing. That's important to me, That's why I go on YouTube sometimes, to escape my life and interact with people, because in that moment I'm not able to interact with other humans, I have a kitty. I like my kitty, but kitty doesn't talk back to me. It just licks me for my salt. And so so long as you're creating content like that and you're posting on a regular basis, which is basically a channel people can rely on, for a period of time. And I haven't really set a standard there. But so long as you meet that, I mean, you're a prime candidate for my shout out videos. I'm not asking for subs. I'm not asking for any of that. And it's and I understand that the whole shout outs thing is kind of got the stigma to it, right? Where people always ask you for 1, 2, 3, 17 different things before you can get shout outs. Well, guys, I mean, if I did that, what's the point? I got 159 subscribers. I had 160, 159 as of this morning. And why am I putting you through all those paces for basically getting 20 or 30 views on your channel? Honestly, it's not worth it, you know. And even if I had 100,000 subscribers, which, you know, we're all trying to get to, the I still at that point, I wouldn't make a requirement of it. I just wouldn't. You know, there's no reason to. You guys are worth it to me. You know, it's worth doing. It's a worthwhile pursuit to showcase people that are doing good work. You know, you can consider media shoutouts an art gallery. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to do anything to be a part of it. You just have to be good. You know. But anyway, blah blah blah. That was one of the comments that I got, saying that I was using the partnership program as a launch point for my stuff. I mean, yeah. I mean, I used the partnership program as a platform to showcase what I was doing, but I was doing it before that, and so and I'm not a sub for sub guy. I just will not sub you if I don't like your stuff. It's just not going to happen, you know. And I'm not talking about you have one video on your channel out of, you know, 20 or 100 videos that I don't like. That's all I'm talking about. But if you have a channel in general that I wouldn't watch, I mean, other than if I really, really liked your stuff, even though I wouldn't watch it, it still captured my attention, even though it's not in my normal genre of consumption. And I subscribe to you, it's probably because I'm considering giving you a shout out. It's probably because at that point you're like, holy cow, this guy is in a genre I wouldn't watch, and wow, this guy's amazing, you know. So that's something I would do. But anyway, people, they are haters. They are. They really are haters, aren't they? They will help your channel grow. Yeah, that's true. Logie says that his haters are his biggest fan. That's interesting. It's an interesting. I did see that actually. I heard him say that a few times. And I think it's an interesting concept. It is an interesting concept. Miranda sings, "Back off, but don't go." That's funny. Sub count go up and down thanks to YouTube algorithm. Yeah, and I think I heard the best explanation for that. Is what I heard was that the platform itself takes away some of your subs temporarily, so that it scans them and makes sure that they're not bots, and then over a 5-day period they slowly come back. Because my channel, I've only had 3 genuine unsubscribers in my analytics that I've seen over the last month, about 3. However, I lost over 30 throughout the month, and I slowly gained them back towards the end of the month, you know, in total. So, is what it is, guys. It is what it is. But anyway, if you guys have anything else you want to talk about, you can feel free to put stuff in the comments if I hear anything else in the next couple of minutes. And I'll stick around as long as you guys are talking, and want to engage. But it's I pretty much said what I wanted to say with you guys. I love these live streams. I was considering doing a 30-day live stream challenge where I was doing 1 live stream a day. I don't think I'm going to be able to really do that. It's life is getting pretty busy. I design websites. I have a media business here in Central PA, and so I might need to focus a little bit more on doing my work. But and producing videos, you know, because I want to talk to a couple of the larger channels that I'm aware of, that I know, the people that have them. I want to see if this is something they're interested in doing. The larger channel uh, playlist and having them come on. And I think what I'd like to do is the normal format for the small YouTuber channel where I've basically just introduced the concept and then introduced the creators. For the larger channels, what I think I might do is if they're able to, I'll do the same format if they can't do it. But for the larger channels, what I think I'll do is I'll um, I'll ask them to record a little introduction. It's like, well, this is what I do. This is how often I do it, and this is why I do it. And then I'll go into, well, these are some of my favorite, videos of theirs, and I splice a few of those in, and then we do stuff like that. So I think maybe that's what I'll do, where I have that collaboration with them. And let me know if you guys think that that might be a cool way to do the small YouTuber channel too, where there's an interview style going on between me and them. I think that'd be really cool. Uh, and plus, when you collaborate, guys, it really does help your channel, and it assists in the exposing of your content. So, I think my battery's about to die. Actually, I started this at 20%. How awesome was that of me? But anyway, guys, I really appreciate you joining me for my first live stream. Uh, and I really do appreciate that. I am going to try to do live streams at least once a week. I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to use Sundays as live stream days. That's what I think I'm going to do. So hopefully in the future you might get 3 videos from me if I can make it work. You always get the Saturday morning thing. Every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. You're going to get a small YouTuber being shouted out on my channel. It's always going to happen. I'm hoping to start doing the Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday evening larger channel shout outs. That's what I'm hoping to do. And then connecting the two, hopefully. Maybe a collective collaboration of all of us. That'd be neat, right? After I do like 10 of each. And then maybe on Sundays I do a live stream. The benefit of live streams on Sundays, I don't have to edit these things outside of thumbnails. I can just make a regular thumbnail for it. So, but let me know in the comments what you guys think of that, and let me know if you have any other ideas. I am always open for collaboration. So let me know if you have any ideas about that too. I'm happy to do that. If you don't follow me on Twitter, I am David Snyder on everything. At I am David Snyder on absolutely everything. So, and as soon as YouTube allows me to custom my URL, I don't know. Actually, I'm debating about that because I'm thinking about doing the custom URL as media shoutouts, and it's probably what the channel is going to end up being. I haven't decided on that yet. I need to ask a couple people about that. But anyway, let me know if you guys have any ideas. And yeah. Now, guys, another thing that I don't know about is how the heck do I turn this live stream off? I don't have a clue. Do I hit the X? Yeah, I love live streams. You don't really have anything scripted, do you? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna hit that X and see if if that's the answer. So, guys, I will see you. I'll probably do a live stream tomorrow if you want to join in. Maybe we'll talk about other stuff. I want to get to know you guys a bit more. Sorry for the couple people that just joined in. I'm just now closing out on you. Sorry about that. Anyway, happy creating, guys. See ya.